Hello everyone, welcome to this lecture on Big Data Analytics. In this lecture, we are going to discuss what is Big Data and why we use Big Data Analytics for decision making and applications of Big Data Analytics in business intelligence perspective. And let's get started with what is Big Data. Big Data is nothing but a huge amount of data that may be difficult to analyze, and there are challenges in handling big data because it requires huge computational power, that is CPU processing speed, and it depends on the memory, also memory availability. It requires huge amount of memory, and it also depends on the network bandwidth and other storage resources required for implementing a big data analytics solution. And the main aim of analyzing this huge amount of data is to derive meaningful patterns, trends, and discover relationship amongst data, and it is mainly focusing on analyzing human behavior, interactions between entities or some elements in the system. And there are 5 V's challenges based on which we describe what is big data. So we can say these are the characteristics of big data. So these are volume, variety, veracity, and variability, and then veracity. So volume describes that it involves a large amount of data. It may be terabyte of data, or petabyte, or exabyte, or maybe beyond that. And these data may be collected from different sources, may be generated from social media platform like Twitter or Facebook, or maybe other social media platform, or it can be collected from sensors, digital images and videos generated from satellite images or other imaging tools, or transaction records, maybe real-time records may be there. And then the next characteristic is velocity. Velocity tells that the data is generated at high speed, that is rapidly generated through social media, sensors, or through online transactions. It needs to be processed and analyzed quickly. Then the data may have a variety of data, including structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data. Structured data means usually it has proper format in the form of tables that contains rows and columns. For example, in a relational database, we have rows and columns. Whereas unstructured data uh, does not have proper format. It may be free text or text documents and emails, videos, images. And variability is another characteristic. That is the data that flows from a specific source may be inconsistent because there may be variation between data, and uh, at different times we may observe uh, variation in the data, and it poses challenges in managing and handling the data. And then the next characteristic is veracity. It deals with the quality or accuracy of the data being collected, and big data analysis deals with data that is incomplete or noisy data or inconsistent. So dealing with errors is another challenge. So we go for machine learning or deep learning or an artificial AI based technique to analyze and make sense of big data. Now we'll discuss some examples of big data. For example, the data generated from social media platforms, Facebook or Twitter, Instagram. may have huge amounts of data collected on a daily basis or monthly basis. So we usually collect posts, comments, likes, or shares of users. So we develop a model, machine learning model or deep learning model to analyze this huge amount of data to derive some useful insights about users, behavior, preferences, trends, or else we do sentiment analysis to understand their uh, behavior. And then in e-commerce also big data has its application. Online retail is and for example in Amazon they buy a product or sell a product, so we can collect huge amounts of data about their transactions, browsing behavior, product reviews, and other data, uh, product features, and other things. So this data can be analyzed to understand their buying pattern or their needs, and accordingly it can suggest products, and you can also target marketing campaigns, and it can manage the products more effectively. The next example is financial services. In banking sector and financial companies also analyze large volume of data related to transactions, market trends, customer behavior, and fraud detection. It helps the companies to reduce the risk and prevents fraud in advance, and also uh, gives personalized recommendation to the customer. And in manufacturing sector and supply chain, usually industrial IoT devices, sensors are used to generate real-time data, and we use production metrics, supply chain logistics, and through which we get lots of data, and this data to be analyzed, and we can optimize the manufacturing process. We can also understand maintenance needs, and you can improve the supply chain operations in a company. So next is big data analytics. We will discuss what is big data analytics, what are its applications in business intelligence and business analytics. So big data analytics is a process of analyzing huge amounts of data to discover interesting patterns and some interesting relationship between data present the data set, and then understanding the market trends and customer preferences. Also, we can generate other useful information for effective decision making in an organization. So we use advanced machine learning or deep learning techniques and some specialized tools or systems to do the processing with the data, and we try to perform processing quickly and more efficiently. The main purpose of big data analytics and business intelligence is that it can analyze a huge amount of data to understand customers' behavior and understands the market. It can predict the market, and also it can improve the operational efficiency in an organization by formulating a more effective business strategy and improving the business process. Now let us discuss key components of big data analytics. So it involves data collection process, gathering data from different sources, maybe structured data or unstructured data or semi-structured data from logs, sensor data, and unstructured data from social media, emails, videos, structured data, maybe databases, relational database, and the data storage is a component for storing large amounts of data either in a distributed platform or in a cloud-based environment, and it tries to handle the volume, huge volume of data, and velocity and variety of data. The next is data processing component. This component mainly employs parallel processing mechanism. For example, distributed computing framework like Hadoop, Spark can be applied for data processing. or it can do in-memory processing to handle and analyze the data in real time or near real time. The next processing component is data analysis, where we usually apply statistical analysis or machine learning, data mining, text mining, or we do apply deep learning technique to predict the future events, gaining insights from the data and understanding the patterns present in the data. The next component is visualization component and reporting component. So this particular component is used to present the result in a visual form. The results may be in the form of graphs, charts, or dashboards. The visual form of output makes the users to easily understand the pattern or trends, and the decision maker can use insights for decision making. So these are the processes and the components involved in the big data analytics. When we implement big data analytics in business intelligence or business analytics perspective. So it involves data collection and storage, data collected from sensors, social media, IoT devices, online transaction records, or distributed storage. Data stored in the distributed storage or cloud will be utilized for data processing, and integration may be done where batch processing may be there, or you can use Hadoop or Spark, or maybe in memory processing, data processing near real time or real time processing, stream processing will be done. Then we build a computation machine learning model or deep learning model. We apply statistical analysis to deal with the errors and also analyze properties of the data. We sometimes build a predictive prediction model to predict the future events, trends, and finally, we visualize the data in the form of graphs, dashboards, graphs, or charts, or interactive reports, or otherwise maybe you can have a decision support system that allows the user to pass queries and get the response what they want. And this visual outputs and reports and other form of outputs will be utilized by the decision maker, and they will try to achieve the goal. Maybe they will form a customer segment, and effective market uh, analysis will help them to market the product properly, and also it can improve the operational efficiency, and it can reduce the risk. So it helps the decision makers in various ways. Now we will discuss some applications of big data analytics in business intelligence analytics. So it enables organization to extract useful insights from the large data sets, and customer segmentation and personalization is one of the application in which usually decision makers utilize outputs of predictive model or prediction model or machine learning model, and they segment the customers based on their behavior or based on other criteria, their location, purchasing behavior, what combination of products they purchase, and what are their preferences. Based on those things, they segment the customers, and also using this large data set analytics, they can also personalize marketing messages. They can give recommendation of products and customer services according to their preferences. It can improve customer satisfaction and retention. In market basket analysis and cross-selling also, big data analytics plays a very important role. It helps business understand products or services which are purchased in some combination. Maybe, for example, a customer may purchase bread and butter together, or maybe pen and paper together. Based on these preferences, the companies, marketing companies usually keep arrange their products and also allow cross-selling. So this can improve the product selling, and also can create targeted promotions. It will increase the profit of a company. And The next is predictive analytics. Big data analytics used in predictive analytics as well to predict future trends or events. It utilizes historical data for analysis and identifies patterns present in the data. And the predictive analytics may be useful in sales forecasting, demand planning, inventory management, and reducing the risk at various levels. And for operational efficiency and also to improve the process effectiveness, also we apply big data analytics. It can improve the efficiency. It can also reduce the risk in the operations, optimize the operations. Different departments, maybe marketing department or financial department. So we can reduce the risk and try to improve the process speed, analyzing huge amount of data. So in turn, it will reduce the risk and enhance overall productivity. So finally, we'll discuss competitive analysis and market intelligence. So big data analytics also understands what the competitors do and how to improve the business, gaining insights into customer competitors' strategies, customer needs, marketing trends, and dynamically changing nature of the organizational functions. And also it analyzes external data sources like reports and maybe social media data and the competitors' activities. So this will help the business decision makers to make a more effective decision. Also, they can fix proper pricing strategy and can deal with competitive analysis more effectively. And for real-time data analytics and decision support, uh, also we use big data analytics. It allows processing and analyzing data streams, real-time data collected through API from social media, maybe analyzed to understand malicious attack or when certain unexpected events will occur, we can easily predict. So, for example, when pandemic uh, will occur or when disease will spread in certain area may be predicted by analyzing the real-time data because people usually communicate, share their knowledge and they also post useful messages in the social media, so which can be analyzed in real time to understand what will happen in future and what is the current scenario. So this capability is crucial for industries to improve their business. In healthcare also to monitor the patient and in logistics to uh, do route optimizations, we can apply big data analytics. So